Hello, fam. How are we doing? I hope this is coming on a vertical live stream. I know we're not quite to the halftime mark. I think we have a couple more seconds left in the second half, but we're just about there. So let's go ahead and get this show started. All right, we're down to 4 seconds in the second quarter. Ravens just scored a field goal to bring us up 17-10. So that's where we are right now. Let's see what happens these last 4 seconds. All right. While we're waiting to see what happened, Justin Tucker is about to kick, or he's about to punt. I'm sorry. Nope. Okay. Never mind. I think we're just going to wind down the half. And while we do that, I want to say hello to those who've joined in the chat already. I see you, Don Royal. Good evening. 86 Ghosts. Yes. Let me know. I hope this is coming through as a vertical live stream. Hope that's what it is. That's what I tried to set it up as. I failed miserably the other day, so hoping I get it right this time. But I just want to, and I see you also, Brent. Hey, Brent, good to see you. Glad you're here. Yes, I couldn't have said it better. High highs and some low lows. Yes, yes. I'm going to start with kind of going through what my notes are, and then I'll take some comments in the chat. But I think we're all on the same page, especially Don Roll. You hit it right on the head. So let me start with offense. What are we doing right? What we're doing right is we're able to score points. We're able to move the ball down the field. Lamar Jackson, I wanted to wear my Odafe Oweh jersey, but listen, something told me, Superman, this is Lamar Jackson's jersey right here. He's going to have to save the day. And unfortunately, I'm tired of seeing that week after week where I feel like if Lamar Jackson doesn't put on that Superman cape, we don't stand a chance. That's kind of how I feel about this game. And sad to say, he's having to do just that. Another positive in terms of what we're doing, 2 interceptions by Marlon. Thank you, Marlon Humphrey. We needed that. The first interception was in the red zone or in the end zone, and Marlon just came up with a pick. Wonderful. It was like he threw it. Baker Mayfield said, I don't want to throw this to my receiver. I'm going to throw this directly to you, Marlon. Perfect pass to Marlon Humphrey, if you can call it that. And it came at such a great time because the play before that, Marlon Humphrey got beat real bad. I think it was a 3rd down and 7, and number 14 on the Bucs got beat him out pretty bad. Marlon Humphrey said, "No worries, no problem. I'm coming right back," and he did. He came up with an interception. He came up with a second interception shortly thereafter. Excellent job by Marlon Humphrey. I love to see it. But sadly, outside of that, what are we doing right? It's a really short list. We're moving the ball down the field on offense. We are spreading the ball around. Mark Andrews has, been active. Zay Flowers has been active. I'll get into the injuries in a second. Bateman had a catch here recently. Nelson Aguilar, he sort of kind of wanted to get involved, but really didn't, and almost was an interception. So we're not even going to call that. But Likely has been involved as well. Justice Hill had has had a touch or two. So we're spreading the ball around pretty good. Here's where we're not doing so good. And if there's something in that I missed or I left off and what you think we are doing good, whether it's offense or defense, feel free to leave a comment. Let me know in the chat. Here's where it gets a little, here's what we're not doing good. Penalties. We continue to have penalty after penalty after penalty. We're like one of the most, if not the most penalized team in the league. I'm going to look up that stat before tomorrow's live stream because I really want to find out where we are. I know we were leading the league at some point earlier in this season in terms of penalties. We got to clean that up. Here's what we're not doing right. Where's our pass rush? Where is it? Has anyone seen it? Why can't we get a sack on Baker Mayfield? Because clearly the Bucs got the memo. The goal here, the objective tonight is to sack Lamar Jackson. We came out opening drive, offensive drive. Lamar Jackson sacked on back-to-back plays. What? Where's the protection for Lamar Jackson on in terms of our O-line? This is super frustrating. I thought we were turning the corner. I thought we were rounding out into saying, okay, we're at game 6 or game 7 now. We are certainly seeing a better version of this offensive line that we really struggled to protect Lamar. He hadn't been sacked. I think I saw somewhere on social media just recently, Lamar Jackson had not been sacked more than twice a game, and here he got sacked on back-to-back plays. What? So we're not doing that right. Poor defense. Poor. Let me know in the chat, first half, what do you give our defense? What grade? A, B, C, D, or F? Again, that and factor in, before you drop your grade, factor in the 2 interceptions by Marlowe. So that should boost the grade up. So if you were thinking about giving us an F, maybe give us a D. I don't know. But outside of Marlon Humphrey and those 2 interceptions, what have we been doing on defense? What have we accomplished so far on defense? And I had a conversation in, I'm going to look up the gentleman's name. He was in, he left a comment, and we've been dialoguing today, and I appreciate him. He disagreed, but he was respectful. And so I appreciate, even if you don't agree with my takes, that's fine. I might not agree with some of your takes, but I'm always going to be respectful, and vice versa. He disagreed with my take that I'm faulting a lot of this on Zach Orr in terms of why our defense is struggling. And we had a very good dialogue, and he left a few comments earlier, and he disagreed with that take that, like, hey, this is more on the players than it is Zach Orr. After seeing what I'm seeing, I think there's enough blame to go around. I don't think that it's wholly Zach Orr. I do think that there's been a drop off in talent, but we cannot ignore that just 9, 10, 11 months ago, we were in the postseason, or 10 months ago, we were in the postseason, and we were doing really, really good. So this is kind of, this is kind of one of those things where I'm concerned, I'm worried. Who is to blame here? And if this is not, if this is more on the players, then how do we improve? If this is not players per se, and this is more on the coaches, again, same question, how do we improve? Okay, so I'm going to take a few comments. I see them coming in super fast. I see a lot of us are giving our defense a D. Yeah, and that's being very gracious. That's being very, very gracious, because the D is coming, again, the D, and I'm going to give us a D as well. The D is coming just because primarily we had the 2 interceptions by Marlowe. If you take away those 2 interceptions, what has our defense done to really slow down this, this offense? What have we done? So that's kind of what I, kind of my takeaway from it. But I do see you in the chat. I see you, Agro Valley Farm. I see all of my regulars here. Thank you all so much for joining. We've got work to do. I don't want us to continue to have to rely 100% on Lamar Jackson to get the job done. And that's what we're doing here, because our defense just really hasn't done a whole lot outside of the 2 interceptions by Marlon. I'll also say, why are we not double teaming Godwin and Mike Evans? We continue to see our defense struggle against these elite wide receivers. There's no reason that Mike Evans should be left unguarded. He was, at one point when he scored a touchdown, he was just out there by himself, just hanging out. We shouldn't be leaving them unguarded. Just absolutely not. So that's kind of that's kind of, my thoughts on it. And I will say, hope Zay Flowers is okay. I know he came back in the game, but something with his ankle. Hopefully, it's very minor. Yes, please keep your comments clean. We keep it really clean around here, so please do that for me. I thank you. But also, we also had an injury to Marlon Humphrey, who's now listed as questionable to return. That's going to hurt. That's going to sting because again, outside of him, who do we have? Who do we have to really step up? And Agro Valley Farm said somebody must be used to back up Stevens. He is not good. Frank G, thank you for joining. Secondary is a problem. I've been saying this for a while. Rave Kingdom, why is Evans with a broken hamstring just beating us? Exactly. These are things that are, imagine what he would be doing if he were fully healthy. If Evans were fully healthy, what would he be doing to us? Hey, because, thank you for joining. Yeah, giving up 10 points is not bad. Giving up 10 points is not bad per se. However, I will say because I look at the bigger picture. I don't just look at the number because I'm looking at how did we look during the drives, during those defensive drives when our defense was on the field. The offense, and I have to look up stats and I haven't done so, but what I'd be interested in, time of possession from the first quarter to the second quarter, we finally started to get an offensive rhythm, but our defense was on the field a lot. A lot. So yes, we were able to limit them to 10 points, and that's good. But we cannot allow, and I don't know if Mike Evans is coming back in the game. I don't know if he's questionable. And yes, do me a favor, if you're enjoying this live stream, halftime check-in, hit the like button for me. And if you're new, welcome. If you want to subscribe, join the family. We talk all things Baltimore Ravens over here. Feel free to do so. But I must say this. If we don't find a way to limit these dynamic wide receivers, we're going to be in trouble. It's going to be a long season for us because my hope and prayer is that we're going to the Super Bowl this year. But in order to do that, we've got to play complementary football. Brandon Stevens is struggling. We've seen it. It's time. Look at Roquan Smith. He's struggling too. So yes, Frank G, if Mike Evans were fully healthy, he would eat our secondary alive. He would. And so that's my only thing, because, and I'm not disagreeing with you. I just feel like and this goes to Don Royal's point, we've invested way too much money and resources, capital into our defense for us not to be shutting them out. Like, we need to completely shut them out. That's what I'm looking for. We were having trouble at times stopping the run. We're certainly having trouble, defending against the pass. So what do we do here? What do we do? And Soul Shiesty said, hi there. He said, I need Henry to go off second half. I do too. Yeah. But I also want the offensive line to step up this second half and keep my quarterback upright. I don't want to see him. I don't want to see Lamar Jackson sacked anymore. Thank you so much for the super chat. I see you. Thank you. Thank you. Love the commentary. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much. MG Weatherman 08. I appreciate the support. Thank you. Thank you. Ladies, gentlemen, the third quarter is about to begin. Type fast. What are one or two things that you want to see the Baltimore Ravens do the second half? I'll quickly give you mine. As I said a moment ago, I want to see the offensive line step up. I want to see us limit these penalties and our secondary. We've got to take a gigantic leap in the right direction in terms of our secondary. Yeah. So Agro Valley Farm, Yolanda, adjustments need to be made for the starting secondary. Can't be playing poor performers continuously without adjustments. Agreed. We had Nate Wiggins on Mike Evans, but at least we double teamed him. Third quarter is getting ready to start. Family, I will see you all very soon. Thank you so much for tuning in. Positive vibes, positive energy going to our team, because we certainly need it. This is not a game that we can just relax chill, lay back. This is one where we have to, we have to put all of our energy and all of our good thoughts, send it to our team because they need us. Alrighty, family, I will talk with you soon. Make sure to come back tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I will recap this game and hopefully it'll be a dub for us. I'll see you soon, fam. Take care. Stay safe. Go Ravens.